Okay, you know what? We were going to do the Lions next, but we're talking about the Packers. So why don't we just go on to the Packers? Let me just pull them up here on. I just want to make sure I have the statistics for that game.
Can I get my one hater comment out of the way, and then we can talk about this team?
Please, yes.
All throughout our comments this week, people have been telling me that Malik Willis is going to be the next great thing. Then this game happens, and I walk away thinking, okay, they had a game plan. They didn't trust Malik Willis to throw the ball. I don't care if he's only been there for 19 days. He threw the ball 14 times. And I get the game plan worked, and that's fine. But suddenly, the comments like Malik Willis will be one of the best backups in the NFL. Malik Willis has proved himself. Open the Tom Clements wing of the Hall of Fame, which I said he had to do if Malik Willis showed that he was an NFL starting level QB. It was a good win for the Packers. Don't get me wrong, right? It's nice to win a game. It's good that they had a game plan that made sense. But Paul, you and I have been talking about this. People are acting like Malik Willis put on some incredible performance and was a great quarterback. He was good enough to win the game, which is good, right? Like that's what you want out of a backup quarterback. But I wasn't all that impressed with him. And I think the Packers should be getting Jordan Love back as soon as possible.
Listen. So I rewatched the game this morning. I really wanted to take a look at what you were saying versus what we were saying versus what the viewers and the Packers fans were saying. And Malik Willis did as well a job as he possibly could of what the Packers asked him to do. Like that is the takeaway. They asked him to complete a short handful of difficult throws, like maybe three or four throws. He threw basically nothing over the middle of the field. Everything went to the side. Everything was short. He had maybe three. One of them was the pass to Wicks was really nice. The Dobbs catch, good to go downfield. But Dobbs made a spectacular play. That ball actually probably should have been intercepted. But for what they asked Malik Willis to do, he took care of the ball, didn't make mistakes, and he converted the easy throws. Like that was it. And for the game plan, you have to be very happy with that. Because the Colts were getting gashed on the ground. Josh Jacobs was running right through them. They got ran through the week before. 15 of their first 16 plays were runs. I was sitting upstairs drinking coffee this morning, watching the game, laughing at how the Packers, all they did was just run down their throat. It was comical.
And against one of the worst run defenses in the league, you can do this.
Oh, you can do that. And I think Matt LaFleur deserves a lot of credit because they were getting creative too. It was Willis. It was reverses to Reed. It was Jacobs all over the place. Like they did a really good job of beating the Colts the way that you can beat the Colts without Jordan Love. But Malik did not. Credit to him for how he played. He played really well. But there's not much to take away from his performance. You're not comfortable with Malik Willis going forward if he had to play 5 more weeks.
It reminded me of how the Steelers win games. Low scoring, kind of ugly. Play defense, don't turn the ball over, and find yourself coming top 16-10. And a lot of the fans in our comments, I've been seeing that as well, Ziggy, are saying how they're big on Malik Willis and, he's the next big thing. But it doesn't matter because, Jordan Love is coming back soon.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You have Malik Willis is doing what he has to do. And that's just win you the game. And he, like you said, Paul, he was fine enough.
He was awesome. He was great for what they asked him to do.
Right.
He was tons of credit to Malik Willis.
He was great for what he needed to do. He won the game. He might play one more week. Then you get your superstar quarterback back
to get blown out by the Vikings.
Right. as big favorites.
Just messing around here. No, I thought, and really what you have to look at if you're a Packer fan, after the performance they had against Philly, the second half, where that Eagles offense just marching up and down the field, whatever they wanted to do. They went on that huge drive to essentially end the game. Now Anthony Richardson comes in after an explosive week. That's what we talked about in the reaction show, how explosive the Colts were against Houston. And the Colts are sloppy. They made Richardson uncomfortable. He threw an interception. He fumbled at one point. He was able to recover, but it was bad throws. Like the Packer defense got after it. They only allowed 10 points here. It was a great showing from the Packer defense.
They did a lot better than the Texans defense.
Yeah, way better than what the Texans defense did against the Colts. And a lot of people are talking about the Texans defense today after what they did against Chicago, like they're one of the better ones in the league. So I think Packers fans can sit back and say, they should have been up 17-0 before the Josh Jacobs fumble. Like they had control of that game the entire way through. Defense looked awesome. Run game was legit. Josh Jacobs, you have to be, even though you love Aaron Jones, you have to feel really good about Josh Jacobs in green right now. And
I mean, Aaron Jones couldn't take. How many touches did Josh Jacobs have? Like 35.
Oh,
he was a workhorse. Aaron Jones couldn't do that.
No, and that's why you make the switch. Like for what the Packers needed, and especially in this situation, Aaron Jones also got banged up. Like that's the fear. You know, he got banged up at the end of the game for the Vikings. Josh Jacobs took 32 carries. Did he catch any balls? I don't think he caught anything. But like, yeah, you look at this. The Packers ran 53 times for 261 yards.
But
that's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. I do think it was very big that this game happened to be in Lambeau Field, though, as well, home opener. I think it was a good spot for them. Like they've been hearing all week, right? Like how Love's down. Malik Willis is one of the worst ever. They came in with that Malik Willis, and that to me got everybody else, defense primarily, to play one step up and to rise to the occasion. It was a good Packers spot to me this week, and they host Tennessee too, right?
I believe they're at Tennessee.
Oh, they're at Tennessee.
I believe they're at Tennessee in week.
But again, I'm 0-2. That's winnable. They're an 0-2 team. That's winnable.
Oh, if they win that and then Love comes back for week 4, now you're like
there was like
nothing happened.
There was no damage.
Literally nothing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good, you know. So I think Packers fans can sit back and be very, very happy with what they saw. As long as Jordan Love is healing up, they are in very good shape.
They won. So they won the game.
Winning's hard. That's what we used to say on Shamrock Sports. Winning is hard.